Here we go. Hi Flosstube, it's Lily at 42 Stitches, and this is Flosstube number 7 maybe? I forgot to look it up before videotaping. As usual, very little prep before doing this because I haven't had the time, and it's been a while since I did any one of these videos, again because it's just kind of nuts right now. All this back here, boxes, and we're moving. Our house sold, we got another one, and it's happening really soon, and it's just been crazy with trying to pack and doing all the if you ever sold and bought a house, you know all the craziness that goes with the inspections and, you know, mortgage brokers and appraisals and just getting everything in order, any repairs on the other side. It's just one thing after another. And then, you know, weekends we do what we can, but then other weekends we have to go family obligations and stuff, which is always fun, but just eating into our packing time. So it's been a while since I've done a Flosstube video. I did a really quick one, like 2 weeks ago, I think, and that was just to announce the winner for my giveaway. And hopefully, Trisha K, you have received it. I sent you a message, and that I sent it when I sent it last week, I think, sometime. So hopefully, if you've gotten it, let me know, just so I'm sure that you got it. Where do I even start? I'm here with my co-host, as per usual, Amalia. She just ate. Yes, you did. And she just woke up from a nap, too. So she should be pretty happy. We'll do our Amalia visit, and then we'll see if she just hangs out. Can you say hi, sweetie? We got our crazy nap hair going on. Yeah. And we got our rainbow unicorns on today. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You're looking at all Mommy's whips on the floor. That's what you're doing. You're not interested in the baby. Yeah, you want Mommy's whips. Those aren't for you. Those are for me. This little girl is growing fast. Look at this thing. She's gotten so tall, actually. She was in the 40th percentile for weight and height for most of her visits. And even when she was born, she was in the 40th percentile. In her last visit, her 4-month, which was about a month ago, she shot up to like the 60-something percentile for height, but she's still in the 40-something for weight. So, and I think she's gotten even taller since then. Because things are not fitting you. No. My other offspring is off at daycare. He's, you know, burning off that toddler energy with his friends, and that's good. And so I'm home today and tomorrow because they're my days off, and I'm going to try and pack. But first, you know, because when you have no time to do anything, you stop and make videos for your Flosstube friends. First I wanted to get this done just to update everybody with where I am, and then I don't have to worry about it during all of the moving craziness, which is going to be the next several weeks. And then once we're settled at the new house, we'll see when I can, you know, get another video in. So let me look at my notes here, my little scratchies. I mean, I barely even have been able to watch any Flosstube videos, and this started back in Mania, before we were even like really in this full-fledged buying and selling part of the house, because there's a ton of videos for Stitch Mania, which I did not participate in because that would drive me bonkers, having that many starts, and no, not for me. But I loved seeing the little bit that I did see of everyone else's starts, and in spirit I was cheering you on. But honestly, a lot of those videos I just kind of skipped over because they were very long and I didn't have the time. And yeah, but I have been watching other videos, and I am there, even though I'm not commenting and watching and enjoying. And the recent, what is it, 20 facts about yourselves, that was a really cool one. For a hot second I thought about doing it too, but I just, no time. But it was really enjoyable getting to know everybody a little bit more. And I'm saying this not as in like, oh, I know you guys are so worried about me not commenting on your videos. No, who am I, right? But it's just, it's a bummer because I'm not interacting with the other people in the Flosstube community, you know, by commenting on videos and stuff. That's what you do, and that's how you communicate. And you know, build this community and friendship. And so that's a bummer for me. Not like, you know, I'm apologizing because I haven't commented and you guys are so heartbroken about it. It's just a bummer on my part because I'm missing out on all this, you know, stuff. But in due time, right? Yeah, we'll get through the crazy of the house and hopefully get back at it. What else? So I talked about the moving. Oh yeah, and so because of the moving, all my plans are kind of out the window at the moment. I'm just stitching on whatever is available and the easiest and what I feel like. I'm not even really stressing about most things. And I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video about plans and stuff. Of what's going to change. Unfortunately, also since our last video, our dog Yogi had to leave us. We had to put him down. We knew it was coming. We had known it was coming for a very long time. Last year, the veterinarian had diagnosed him with kidney disease and gave him a year at best. And he was, you know, he was almost 14. He would be 14 in July in a couple weeks. And for Greyhound, that's pretty up there. So he had that. He had a stroke last September, and then he kept injuring his paws and his spine, stumbling a lot. It finally just got so bad one day. It was too much. So we took him to the vet, not thinking that we were going to have to say goodbye that day. We were still hoping, you know, what can we do? Can you give him another steroid shot? And it just was too much. He was too old. It was happening too frequently. We were pretty much going every week to the vet to help him out, and he was suffering. Dogs are really good at hiding their pain, and we just knew it was time. So that was really hard. Tobias still to this day is asking us, you know, where's Yogi? Or he'll mention Yogi, or he'll say, oh, Yogi's sleeping at the vet's, which is what we told him. You know, he's old enough. He's always had Yogi around, obviously. So he's old enough to recognize he's missing, but he's not really old enough, I think, to really understand and feel the sadness of the loss, which is good because it'll fade in his memory and it won't be, you know, something really harsh for him to remember. For us, me and my husband, it's the hardest for us. You know, we've had him, goodness, 6-7 years. We did so much with him, so. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that in this video, but it's just a random life update that has been happening since my last big video, at least. So there was that. I scored a pretty sweet deal on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if you guys have been exploring this new thing, but I check it out every once in a while, especially for cross-stitching stuff. And someone was not giving away, but it was, oh, that's what it was. It was like it was free, but why was it free? It was originally $5, and I had actually noticed it like a week before I had, you know, said I wanted it to this person. And it was $5 for just a bunch of floss and all these random books that I couldn't really see in the picture what it was. And I was like, I mean, $5 is cheap, but I don't really need all that floss, and I can't see what those charts are, so it really wasn't like something I was like totally going to be after. But then, like I said, a week later, Facebook Marketplace does this whole, you know, update on if something you had seen changes its price, like you were looking at changes its price, it updates you. So it came up and it said, oh, it's now free. So I was like, okay, for free, I'll go 2 towns over and pick it up. So I did. And it was a score, man. It was a huge score. I posted some photos in Stitch Mania of what it was. Just the floss alone was ridiculous. And I'm not going to go through all the boxes of the floss to show you, but I mean, basically I had 2 of those floss boxes, you know, with the little dividers with my stuff, and now I have got 6, I think, total with the stuff that was added. It's crazy. And it was mostly DMC cotton, 6 strand. There was a couple of metallics and some other random things, but it was pretty much just the DMC floss. Yeah. I will go through the charts that I got through there, and I'll do that now instead of doing the whips first, which is what I normally would do. but I'll just do it because I have it right here. And I'll go through the ones that I'm keeping first, and then I will go through the ones that I'm not keeping. Oh, I know. She's getting very babbly too, so you'll hear her every once in a while. So this one I'm keeping, even though I've already done. And I'm keeping it just because it will be a very nice giveaway, I think. Whether it's for someone that I know that might be getting into stitching, because I know a couple of friends keep saying they want to get into stitching, but they haven't really, we just haven't been able to get together, period. And so I haven't been able to get together with them to kind of go over some stitching stuff. But, and this would be pretty advanced for them to start. So very likely this will be a future Flosstube giveaway. I'm not sure when. It's got to be something big, I would think, because this is a pretty good chart, let me tell you guys. It's pretty nice. I have it over there right now. It'll go in my son's room, actually, once we go into the new house, because it's for him. And the chart is in really good condition. It is very, very nicely kept. So, look forward to this one in the future. Then the other one I'm keeping, it's, you know, it's cute. I like them. I probably wouldn't have picked it out if I was shopping on my own, but, you know, since it fell on my lap, I like them. And they are very beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's just I probably wouldn't, this wouldn't be my primary, actually, there's a better picture in the back, stitch if I was thinking of all the things I could stitch. They're Butterfly Fairies is what they're called by Linart, by Leisure Arts. I don't know who the designer is. Probably on the inside somewhere. They're Butterfly Fairies. But I kind of like how the butterfly, it looks more like a moth than a butterfly to me. Like their wing pattern, which I kind of dig. I do like it though. I mean, this might be a cute one for the girls' room someday. So I'm holding on to this one. Does it say who the designer is? Probably somewhere, but I'm not going to waste my time going through. And the chart's in okay condition. It's not like ideal, but it's alright. I can read it easily. Yes, I can. Do you like these? Do you want these for your room? Yeah. Now that you're going to get a room. Bet you're excited about that. You getting tired of being in Mommy's room? You're still going to be in Mommy's room for a little longer. But at least you'll actually have a room now. This is a Stony Creek Collection, book 95, Our Special Day. It's a bunch of wedding things. Now, a lot of these I'm not really into. Like this, I probably would never really do. That's something my mom would really like, actually. But I do like this one, though I probably wouldn't use it like with the wedding information. I'd probably omit those hearts in there and maybe fill it in with some other things, maybe even take out that heart there. But just like this gate looking thing with the flowers is really pretty. And I think there was a couple of other things in here that I really liked. There's like some monogramming stuff that it might be nice to do someday. So I kept this one. Or keeping this one, I should say. And here's another one that's also another wedding sampler type one. It's also Stony Creek Collection, To Have and to Hold, book 233. And again, a lot of these I'm not really that into. Like, the swans would not really be my thing. That's not really my style either. But, like, this is nice. The flower on that part, like, I might, like, omit the middle bit. I don't know. This I really like, and it's hard to see with my glare. And it's such light coloring. And it's just pretty. I don't know if I would keep it as a sampler. Maybe change it from a wedding sampler to something else, maybe the alphabets, or bless you. Or, you know, you just play around with these patterns, though, but it's pretty. And here's another one with some different coloring on it, but again, I don't know, all the words. I don't really do the words. So I'm keeping this one because you could probably use bits and pieces of that, I think. This one, the chart is in fairly poor condition with a chunk even missing from it over here. But it's in a section that I think I can fudge. And I dig it, even though I already have another chart that's kind of similar to this. In my first video, I think, I showed you the Old World map. Hi. That I had bought after seeing Ginger Gerald stitch it, finish it. And I still really love it and really want to do it. And then this would be kind of a complementary piece to it. And of course harkens to my Portuguese roots for sure. Although it looks a little bit more Nina Pinta Santa Maria, which would be Italy, Spain, but you know. it's that general feel. So I don't know, when I do the map I might do this one. Oh, and it actually says Columbus on it too. 1492, so actually my sister-in-law's husband would totally be into this. He would adore it because he is Italian, like really Italian. She met him in Italy when she was studying abroad, and he's very proud. Which to the point where it's kind of fun poking at him and arguing with him about it. Just for the fun of it, I'll tell him Columbus is Portuguese. Gets all riled up. Of course he's not, but you know, it's just fun to get him riled up because he gets riled up. I'm terrible. It's so easy to rile him up though. And then we've got this one that I'm also keeping, which is Sweet Nothings for Christmas. It's a leisure arts book. And it's just got a bunch of nice little ornaments or pillows or, you know, whatever, little Christmassy things. I like this one. It's pretty nice. I think there's a bunch more on the inside that are not in the cover. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Quick, because you never know when the girl's going to be having enough of this business. That's a nice one too, with the wreaths. I like that. I like this Noel, and I like the reindeer. Yeah, do you like the reindeer? Do you want this? You want to hold on to this for a bit? Here, yeah, grab at that. Fine motor skills, yeah, there you go. Oh, those were in the back. So, nice little collection of Christmassy items. So now, of the ones that I'm not keeping, and again, this is all free. Remember, this was all free. It's amazing. This isn't cross-stitch. It's some sort of clay work. But I don't do this, so I'm not keeping it. I might give it away. I might donate it. I don't know yet. Lots of cats. I like cats. I'm more of a dog person than a cat person, but I like cats. I like all animals, really. Except for spiders. Burn them. No, I know. I know spiders are good, but no, I don't do spiders. But so if anyone's like really into cats, this would be a book for you. I don't see myself stitching cats for the house or for anything really. I need to get the other cat book. Here's the other cat book. Yeah. Little Siamese one is cute there. But no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. And I think that's it for the cats. Oh no, one more cat. Lots of cats, man. Cat personalities in cross stitch. Someone really liked cats. And what it was this lady was, she was into cross stitch obviously, for a while there, but she said she just started getting more into crocheting and knitting. And this stuff had been just sitting around, not doing anything, so she wanted it to, you know, at least go to someone who would really enjoy it. I feel like a total cheese this morning. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a little bit more of Weird Lily. So this one is A Time to Dream by Paula Vaughn, also Leisure Arts. It's just not my style. And then on top of it, inside, she had started it already. But as you can see, lots of staining on this piece. I'm showing it to you right now. I'm showing you the back. But she did start it. So, I don't know. This is probably just a throw out, just because of the heavy staining on this. I don't know, I mean, if you do like a small thing, I could probably cut out like a bit of this around the staining and use it in like a small frame or something, but it's almost not even worth saving the Ada for that. Also, not a keeper. This one is another one, that's similar style, that's just not really my thing. What's that one called? Make Believe. Just not my thing. And then this is just a chart, but it's a baby sampler, basically, and also not really. It's got teddy bears, and it's got a spot for the baby's name, and alphabet blocks, and a little bunny. Actually, they're all bunnies, not a teddy bear. I lied. Place for their weight, the date of birth. Sleepy Bunny's Birth Sampler is what it's called. Does it say on the chart anywhere? No, it doesn't say, like, who... Oh, hold on, maybe here. It's a Janlin. Janlin Sleepy Bunny's Birth Sampler, designed by Terry Lee Steinmeier. Not really my thing. So, those might be given away in the future also, along with The Castle by Teresa Wetzler. Hi! I'm still here. What did you do with your binky? Did you decide you didn't want to play with it? No, you're going to sit on it instead. You're going to play with your bear. There's your bear. There you go. So that was my score on Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me, coffee number 2 of the day. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have coffee number 2 for today. Okay, let's go into my whips. So I did finish the Coffee Quaker Sal. Well, I was in the Sal that Stitcherista had started, or still am in it. I shouldn't say I was in it. But it's just Coffee Quaker is what this is, not called Sal. And here is my finished piece. Hopefully you guys are seeing it all. I know it's wrinkly, I know. But I'm not ironing it and then putting it in a box to move, so we're just keeping it. Yeah. Like this, and then when we get to the new house, I'll get a frame and get it all together and put it in the kitchen. And I love how it turned out. I like the color substitutions I made. The red bird. A bunch of other ones. I won't point them all out, but I do wish I had put the date a little lower, but I'm not about to pull that out. I think it's fine. There you go. Coffee Quaker done. This was a lot of fun. I think I've mentioned it in other videos how it's just enjoyable when you do something like this that has a bunch of motifs, because each little motif is like its own mini finish. So you feel a sense of accomplishment, which is nice. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay, even though I'm turning this way occasionally. Look, do you see this? Do you see this thinning up here, guys? This is very distressing to me. This is called postpartum hair shedding. Happened with my son too. Handfuls of hair in the shower. Just absolutely distressing. I know it's going to grow back. It did with my son. But for now, I feel like I'm going bald. It's really terrible. I mean, I'm just lucky I have curly hair and it can kind of volumize a little bit, but I'm like stressing this right now, and I don't need stress right now. And I know, I'm not as bad as last time. Last time I was really freaked out about it because it was the first time that had happened. It was my first pregnancy, and now I knew that this was coming, but it still sucks, man. It sucks a lot. Alright, so that was Coffee Quaker. Then I went back to my DMC Portugal Travel Through Europe Sal. That one is called the Sal because they're releasing it every month. And I got all caught up. I don't think I had even gotten London done with my last video. I think I had only gotten up to Moscow, so I got 3 extra ones for you today. So we'll do one at a time. Which way we're coming in this way. Here we go. There's London. Look at how fun that block is. I love that block. Big Ben, the Eye, phone booth, the Thames, little guard with the red nose. Is he drinking on the job or something? What's going on? But this was a lot of fun. The colors are enjoyable. I'm not usually a cutesy, kind of stitcher, But I really love this piece, and it's for my son, so, you know, that changes things. So you can go kind of cuter than I normally do. Much like the owl was kind of on the cute side, and that was for my daughter, so it makes sense. But how fun is that? I mean, look at that. So many fun, bright colors, and yeah. And then you'll notice it's not in English. I kept the Portuguese spelling. Actually, the charts that are released, it's Spanish spelling. I feel like it's a total idiot, too, because when it was first released, when I first started looking at the bigger chart that had all the names on there, I was like, those aren't all Portuguese. That's not how they spell it in Portuguese. And I was like trying to figure out, is it a Brazilian Portuguese? Because that happens a lot. Like, they'll say something is Portuguese and then it's Brazilian Portuguese. Or they'll have, you know, oh, it's dubbed in, or like they'll have movies where they have someone who's Portuguese in it and they've taught them either Spanish, which has happened. I'm like, no, that's Spanish, not Portuguese. Or it's a Brazilian speaker speaking Portuguese, but it's Brazilian Portuguese, trying to pretend that they're from Portugal. It's like a British person trying to say they're American and not changing their accent at all. So it's, you just catch these things. So I thought maybe it's Brazilian Portuguese, because Brazilian Portuguese gets a little bit more of Spanish influence sometimes, being surrounded by all these Spanish-speaking countries in South America. Even though Portugal is surrounded by Spain as well, it holds on to it a little bit stronger, I guess. I don't know. But no, and so I ended up finally dawned on me. I'm like, it's in Spanish. That's what's going on. But I mean, Spanish and Portuguese, Londres, is the same. But there were other ones like Moscow, which you guys have already seen, and they had it spelled Moscu, I think, or OU, Moscow. I don't know how they would say it in Spanish. And I'm like, that's not how you say it in Portuguese. It's Moscovo. So I had to change that one to the Portuguese. Even though it's DMC Portugal, they're also doing it on DMC Spanish blog. And I guess Portugal was too lazy to change the spelling into Portuguese. Whatever. It's an easy enough change, and I'm just going through it and correcting it. So Londres, which is London. And then we've got Brussels. And I absolutely giggled the whole time I was stitching this little guy here. What's he called? Menenken something. I'm gonna butcher it, and I don't remember it. I've never been to Brussels. I don't know that much about it. But he is, if you can see, a peeing fountain. And I giggled the whole time. I'm still giggling because I am a child. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that that's going on in that block right there. And then just last night I finished Berlin. And yes, we put an M at the end instead of the N. The thing I really like about this, you know, besides it being kind of a fun stitch and all the colors, is it kind of makes me explore these cities that I don't know anything about. I mean, it's got to be fun for someone like Ladybird Stitcher who's been to all of these places, and you're stitching it, and you're remembering your trip, and it sort of becomes a commemorative piece of your travels in Europe. Hi, you're scooting down. Yeah, let's get you up. But for me, I mean, I think there's only 2 places that I haven't even stitched yet. They're coming up, that are in this piece that I've been to. That's it, 2. Hi. And, so the rest of it, those blocks will be, memories for me. But the rest of it just forces me to look up these pieces. And even though I don't remember how to pronounce it, I kind of remember the name, and I'm not going to butcher it any more than I already almost tried to there. But I read it, like, you go on Wiki, you learn everything. And then, it's amusing how they dress him up, and it's all the costumes, and it's kind of fun. Anyway, and then I have a friend in Berlin, that I asked, what the world are these guys all about? And they're the pedestrian stop and go signs there. Apparently it's a very Berlin thing. So it's just fun learning. I'm a nerd. And it's almost like traveling, but not. I've been very, very lucky in my life to have traveled a fair bit. Mostly to Portugal, of course, because that's where our family is. So as a kid, we would go back every couple years. And I love Portugal. But I've been lucky enough to travel to a number of other places in my adult life as well. Within the United States as well as outside of it. And I highly encourage people to travel wherever and whenever you can. It's a great, great experience. enriches you in so many ways. Yeah, hi, sweetie. And in kind of, you know, my hope is that this might inspire my son to be curious about the rest of the world, you know? He might look back on this piece hanging in his room and, you know, I've always wanted to go see the peeing boy, and then he'll go to Brussels someday. Maybe not exactly like that, but see how fun the whole piece is? It's coming together really nicely, and I do love that I added the border. I think it really gives it a little extra something. So, halfway done. We got 6 more coming up. Paris is next. Probably be about a month before I touch this again. I think Paris comes out probably soon. Maybe. I don't think it's out yet, so it's probably coming out soon. Hi. Yeah, I hope you hold out for this whole video. So, yeah, Paris is coming out, but that's not going to get touched until a month from now at least, because stuff, life. Hi. Yeah. It's okay. I'll still stitch some. So this one's going away for a little bit. I just finished it last night, like I said. And I just pulled out my last whip. I only have 2 whips at the moment. 3 whips, I'm sorry. This one, because I just finished the Coffee Quaker. I've got my Travel Through Europe Sal. And, so Travel Through Europe Sal. I've got my anemones, if you remember from some past videos, that I have not touched in months and months and months. And that's already packed away, so I'm not bringing it up to show you guys. And then I have my son's stocking. The Stony Creek Santa Train stocking. And I am pretty much just keeping this out for my sanity during the move. So I've already pulled out all the threads I would need for the foreseeable future. And if I do get any sort of chance at the end of the day to just relax and not pack, then I will be stitching this. And I should have popped it out of the hoop and I didn't. Nah, I really don't want to pop it out of the hoop, guys, so sorry. And this is where we are on it. So, yeah, don't worry, you're gonna get one too. Yeah. You know, not until like next year though. But you'll get one. I mean, you'll get a stocking. It's just going to be the little one. Yeah. Eat your fingers. They're tasty. So you can see where I am. I've gotten up to that tree cart done and just starting that next cart. So, I don't know. What's that? Halfway done? By Christmas? I hope. So I'm hoping to get, you know, another cart or 2 done in the next month. I think I could do it. It just depends on the available time, really. But for the whole month of July, basically, we're going to be doing Christmas in July. During the move, we move on the 14th. That's closing day. So we're, you know, packing everything in the truck Thursday, closing on Friday, and Friday afternoon, evening, loading up into the house. We're there. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the one I'm going to keep out and do as much as I can on it. Because I do want to get a lot more progress on it. So it'll be my exclusive whip for the month to try and do as much as I can. Though, of course, you know, with the crazy move stuff, it's... who knows? Which way do I go? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. So we'll do that, and then Paris will be ready by that point. I'll probably stop, take a break, because I probably will be so sick of train. And then, you know, first week of August or so, do Paris, and then probably come back to the stocking, because I really do want to get it done. I had wanted to do the Mermaid this summer. Siren in the Shipwreck, Mirabilia. I had gotten it for Christmas, along with all the threads, and then I had purchased the fabric shortly thereafter, the called for fabric, Sea Lily linen, 32 count I think it was, and I was like, all right, we'll start the stocking, and then all these other things came up that I wanted to do, but I thought, okay, mermaid, summer, we'll do it in summertime. Summer's here, been busy, as I keep saying, and I had other whips I wanted to do, and then I thought, okay, August, August, I think. July or August. It kept changing when I was going to do it, but I was going to like dedicate a whole chunk of time to get one of the mermaids going, because I have some other mermaid charts, but it was really Siren in the Shipwreck that was the most ready. I had the fabric for it already. But now, no, the fabric is all wrong. I mean, it's a beautiful color, don't get me wrong. I love that green-blue color. But now, you know, now that I know where we're moving to, and the bathroom that it's going to go in, the master bathroom, I don't plan on changing the color in that bathroom. It looks beautiful as it is. And, hi, you want this one instead? And, you know, one less thing to paint when we go in. Actually, the house is actually really well kept and painted and all that. So there's not a whole lot that we're going to do to it. It's just her room, because they have it as an office right now with like this, I don't know, camel-y brown kind of color, which just does not fly for me. And the dining room is pink, which really does not fly for me. But the rest of the house is very beautifully decorated and colored and all that business. Which one do you want? You want that? Okay, there you go. And actually, I'll show you. But the master bathroom has like this blue-gray color wall and that sea lily linen color. Not that linen is the color it is a linen, though. Just is not going to go well on it. And I want to put the mermaid in the master bathroom. So, I'm sorry. We're going to do this way. But you see, that's just not going to fly in there. So where that painting is, I'm going to put two mermaids there. Siren in the Shipwreck and Mermaids of the Deep Blue, which I don't currently have, but I want to get. And I'm going to put the two of them there. I do have Mediterranean Mermaid, which I love, but her orientation, she's landscape while they're portrait. So the two portrait ones will go there, and then the landscape one will go on the wall that you don't see on this side. And hi. Cause you could orient her, I guess, in the portrait, but I didn't like it. I kind of had to look at it a few times, and landscape is the way to go. So that's where it's going to go. So I got to figure out what color fabric I want to do them on now to go with this bathroom. That tub, by the way, is that a wine tub or is that a wine tub, if you've ever seen one, huh? I keep telling my husband, we got to get the wine fridge and put it there. Forget the dining room. It's going right there. That's where I'm drinking my wine. This house, oh my God, this is like, this house, just everything kind of fell into place so nicely. It definitely has a lot more perks and bells and whistles than we thought we were going to get with the new house. We wanted to update a bit too, because the one we're in right now, it's very dated. So we definitely were like, we need something that's been updated and just bigger. No. But this came with a lot of bells and whistles. Again, things just felt like they fell right into place. They were able to move in the short time span that we had to move in. And as sad as it was, you know, Yogi passing away was kind of, I hate to say a good thing, but he was going to stress out with this move. He already stresses out so much when we go anywhere outside of the house anymore. And the house is all hardwood floors, and he would freak out on that because he hates slippery surfaces. So we didn't know where he was going to sit either, because the bedrooms are upstairs, and he would have to stay downstairs, and he would freak out being alone like that, and while we were at work. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that kind of came together just right with this house. Let me just show off one more thing on this house, because it's killing me. If you know anything about me, you know how much I love to cook. This kitchen is ridiculous. It is, it is so tricked out. I was not even coming close to thinking of getting a kitchen like this. It just, again, happened to fall into this house that had all this other stuff that we wanted. But check out that kitchen, man. And I mean, the equipment is tricked out. That is a Wolf 6-burner range with hood, sub-zero fridge, freezer drawers, double oven in the wall. It's a warming tray in the island, a prep sink in the island. It's got a faucet over the burner so you can fill large pasta pots. I walked into that kitchen, and the first thing I said to my husband was like, we are getting so fat if we get this house. So I'm a little excited about this, guys. Anyway, so the coffee Quaker will go in there somewhere on the wall that you don't see, actually, I think is where it's going to go. But the bathroom, like I said, it's I just need to get a different fabric now for that mermaid. For all the mermaids, really. Hi, are we getting too fidgety? Okay, I'll get you. So because of that, even if I pick out the fabric right now that I know that I want, because I know what the color on the wall is, and I know what would go good if I search around and find what I like, even if I order it now, and especially if it's a hand-dyed, it might take a while to come. And then we're talking starting it in the fall. And by fall and winter time, I'm just not in that kind of a mindset. I'm thinking all the fall things and all the Christmas items that I want to stitch. So I think I'm just going to delay the mermaids until next year, after the sparkle and shine of Christmas is over in the new year. When you're in the middle of that drabby gray winter, pull out the mermaids. I think that'll be kind of nice. Probably one at a time. I wouldn't do two at a time, but you know, at that time I'll probably just buy the fabric for all of them and then just start one and then finish it and start the next and start putting them up on the wall. In the meantime, it's going to have to just stay empty or put something temporary up on there. A lot of the house is going to be like that, I think. Just temporary stuff, because there's definitely a lot of stitching I want to furnish that house with. So we'll see. That's kind of where my focus is going to be now. A lot of the stuff that I wanted to do that I was thinking of starting in the near future. Some of it was going to be gifts or an item that would not be like on display, like the sugar skull that I want to do. And I still want to do that this year, the Mill Hill kit that I have, because I want to practice beading. That was the whole point of that. I'm still going to stitch it, but I'm not going to finish it into the clutch that I want to make with it, because I don't find that to be as pressing as something that will be displayed in the house. So something else will be bumped ahead of time from that. I still will stitch it though, because I want to practice the beading, but I won't FFO it until way later on. I'd rather spend my time doing other things. What else? Let's look at my notes. Ooh, hi. Ba-ba-ba. I think I went through all of this. I'm going to FFO the Coffee Quaker, like I told you, as well as those bird silhouettes that I made for this little lady. So once we get settled into the house, it's just framing them and putting them up. So those will be done. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, so just two more things to show off, and then we'll be done, because that'll time out really well, because she's getting squirmy. You're getting squirmy. You're getting squirmy, squirmy, squirmy. Yes, happy girl. Okay, let's show off just two more things. So my Mother's Day gift was a year subscription to Just Cross Stitch magazine from my husband and the kids. And I know a lot of you guys already subscribed to this too, so you're familiar with everything that's in here. So I'm not going to go through everything, but I am going to go through the things that I really like. You all right there? Let's clean your mouth. You are so drooly. You're so drooly. Are you getting teeth earlier than your brother? Which one do you want? Do you want this guy? Oh, yeah. What's that? So I'm just going to point out the ones that I'm really digging. A while back I stitched for a friend of mine a silhouette of someone in lotus pose, and across it it says "Namaste, bitches." It's just very her. She's very, very into yoga as well as swearing. So this is another one that I might do for her. She has been training to be a yogi, and that might be fun. I wouldn't do it in the variegated thread, though. I think I would just do it solid color. It's disturbing to my eye for some reason with the negative space. So I might do that for her, you know, when I got time. And that might be the only one I've really I mean, there's several in here that I have marked off, but that might be the only one that I really want to talk about now, I guess. I thought there was more. There's a lot of floral ones that I really like in here. That's really pretty. Like that. A couple of other floral ones that I'm into. The half bath on the first floor, and again, I've already in my brain started decorating what I want to do. I'm going to do kind of a botanical thing, but I like more the botanicals, like, not necessarily like flowers like the one I just showed you, but more like those botanical sketches of flowers that you kind of find vintagey prints of, if that makes sense. Kind of more green than flower. Maybe ferns and stuff like that. But these are cute too, those are nice. I do like flowers. So I won't go too much into that, there's not too much to share, I guess. This I love, and it's not really cross-stitched related, but it kind of will be for me. So my husband, I don't know if I've mentioned it, I know I've mentioned I'm Portuguese a million times, but my husband is Ecuadorian. He was actually born there, he came here when he was about 9 or so. So he's got a lot of family still over there, and one of his aunts sent us a gift. One of his aunts that's here in the States, who immigrated to the States, went back to visit and then brought back this gift from the aunt that's still there. It's a lot of family everywhere. And she gave us this gift. Me, but it's us, because we're all going to use it. And it's freaking gorgeous. It's a blanket. I forgot to ask. It's either alpaca or llama. But the colors are stunning. And it is absolutely going in our living room. Probably just like on the back of the couch. But look at this thing. The design is gorgeous, as well as the colors. They're just so rich. And let me try and do a panning of this. That's as far as I reach. But it's just, look at these. And I know it's not even coming out as vibrant and as beautiful in the video as it is in person. But like, I am in love with this thing. And I am absolutely basing my whole living room decor on this blanket. Not that I'm going to make it like, you know, particularly Incan style. I'm not necessarily doing that. But just the colors off of this blanket. You know, our living room, we have dark brown couches as well as dark brown coffee table, end table, that kind of thing. So it's a pretty good neutral base. But we'll need curtains and an area rug and all the random tchotchkes. Not that I fill up with too many tchotchkes anyway. I don't like too much clutter. And then the stitching that I'm going to put up on the mantle and on the walls and all that stuff, I'm totally pulling from this blanket. And I do need to get some new pillows for the couch as well. So what I probably will do is make some pillows using the designs from that Ottoman-inspired book that I showed you a few videos back that I had gotten. And I don't know, mixing the Ottoman Empire with Incan culture, but, you know, I'm wild like that. But I think I could probably play around with some of those patterns. Hopefully not so that they're not competing with each other, because they both can be very strong patterns and you don't want to have like pattern overload. But I think I could find something complementary and play with the colors to work with this on the couch. And then I'll figure out curtains. I hate curtains. I really hate curtains. Not like the concept of curtains. I'm just awful at picking out curtains. You see this back here? I hate this. I hate it. I have it just because my mom gave it to me. And I just didn't feel like shopping around for anything else and figuring out what was going to work in my living room. The one that's over there, I hate it too. I'm not good at picking out curtains. Horrible. So hopefully I will do a better job at this new house. Even if it's just going to the fabric store and getting something that goes with this color and just make a plain panel, that'll be fine with me. But this is the base of what I'm going to be. Like all the stitches for my living room and whatever, it's going to be based off of it. I mean, just look at those vibrant colors. And that creamy white offsetting it, just beautiful. Ah, okay. I think I've babbled on long enough. Where are we? Almost 50 minutes. That's long enough. And this girl's like, you know, eating her fist off. So she needs some entertainment. Maybe some more food. Because she's growing. She's growing like a weed, man. yeah. So let's, like I said, I will probably not get to you for another month. I mean, I'll still be out there in the Facebook and Instagram world, and I'll be catching your Flosstube videos wherever I can, but I am watching most, not all, but I am watching most, and I'm not commenting, mostly because I'm watching when I'm doing other things, and if I don't have something to like write it down that I wanted to comment on, I'll forget about it by the end of the video, and then have nothing to really say. And I know I was like, oh, there's a million things that as they were talking I was thinking about, and it's just not happening. So when life settles down a little bit more, I'll be more social, I promise. I am a social person. I'm just overwhelmed at the moment. Not really overwhelmed, but there's just a lot of balls up in the air at the moment. Alright, everyone, have a wonderful stitchy time with whatever you're doing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.